So I've been watching the cartoon series Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's really damn good. It's about a magical world that these kids wander through solving problems in, and that's about all there is to the central plot that you need to know right now. Um, I've been trying to think of a world-saving philosophy. This is it. This show is it. Someone invented it before I did, and they had the resources to make it happen and spread it amongst the populace and make it popular. Um, and that makes me quite happy, so I want to encourage people to watch it. It's designed mostly for tweens. I think its primary audience was between the ages of 9 and 14, but it's such a damn good series that adults and older teens will routinely enjoy it as well. I've never heard of anyone disliking the series. All I've heard has been consistently glowing reviews. This was the masterpiece of several people. Um, I think the only series I've ever watched that compares to this in terms of skill of the creators has been the Star Trek genre and the old series Firefly. And despite both those series being such memorable, wonderful shows, Avatar: The Last Airbender blows them both out of the water in some ways because um, in Avatar, the characters are designed as if they're real people, and we get to see their full range of emotion. Um, Not just some of what they are, and there has been nothing I've seen on television that makes such incredibly human characters. And one of the benefits of that, in addition to being entertaining, is that the designers of Avatar: The Last Airbender can use that to describe how to build healthy relationships, describe healthy and unhealthy sorts of personal growth, and how to deal with our emotions in healthy ways. And there isn't anything our species needs more than that right now, in my opinion, aside from like environmentally friendly technologies and cheap ocean water desalination technologies and those sorts of scientific innovations. Um, my concern is that our species is at great risk of entering into a state that is worse than extinction. So the way I look at things is that new technologies will be the savior of humanity in some ways, but if we don't alter our culture somehow too, we'll just expand our needs to consume whatever greater number of resources new technologies allow us to have. So, we'll still be fucking up the environment and, dumping, continents worth of trash into the ocean and all that shit. So I figure that our civilization is at risk of entering into cyclic periods of collapse and rebuilding, very miserable periods of collapse, until we finally either go extinct or invent some way to emerge from these cycles, presumably through new outlooks or technologies, or most likely a mixture of both. And I can repeat, we need to save the world over and over again, and it's not going to do a whole lot of good. I can teach the logical part of our minds that our species is in danger, but I don't know yet how to save it. But even if I did know how to save it, um, there's another major factor too, usually the most important factor, the emotional side of things. We all have a little dragon inside us that wants certain things, and the less we understand about that little dragon within us, called our emotions, the less well we'll do in life in general, and the more we'll have extra emotional demands we don't understand how to sate, and our thoughts will be more disorganized. Um, this all has to do with what's called emotional intelligence, by the way, the ability to understand and use our emotions. And what's so great about Avatar: The Last Airbender is that it shows examples of characters that are so three-dimensional that they seem like real people, and the show uses these characters to teach viewers about their own emotions and how to deal with them in healthy ways, and this sort of thing can, I think, just make humanity better off in general. Our emotions provide us with energy. They're like our car engines, so if we understand them and how to use them, that provides our species with extra energy and the ability to focus to accomplish our goals. And again, Avatar is designed for children, but society is a ton of adults who are less, um, who have a less than ideal understanding of their own emotions. So I want to encourage adults to watch this show too. Um, it's an extremely entertaining show. Most of its benefits come in the slow process of watching the characters grow and change. The series is a little over 60 episodes, each about 20 minutes long, but the characters grow a ton throughout it. It's too lengthy of a process to describe accurately here. The show does have two really great, relatively short fight scenes that could function as great advertisements, though. Um, I've linked them below this video. These are the last two fights in the series. Aang is one of the main characters. It's his job to basically save the world. His final fight is jaw-droppingly cool in general. Zuko is another main character. He's a former villain who ends up fighting his sister for the throne of his kingdom that his father had driven to attempt to annex the world. Um, Zuko's final fight has been described as hauntingly beautiful, and I agree. I encourage you to watch these fights just to see what skill the creators of the series had. I don't think you watching these fight scenes will spoil anything, even though they're kind of the climax of the series. That's because most of the benefits of the show come through watching the characters slowly grow over time. As cool as these last two fight scenes are, they'll be 10 times as impressive once you've watched Aang and Zuko grow into what they've become by the end of the series. The show has arguably three main characters. The third character is Katara. She helps with Zuko's fight. Um, the only other female character I've seen in an action series that comes close to being as well done as Katara has been Ellen Ripley from the Aliens franchise, and everybody loves Ripley. Avatar seems to have been mostly written by men, so the show only really has about one extremely well done female character and three really well done male characters, them being Aang, Zuko, and Katara's brother Sokka. But Katara is still a really damn good character design, so I'd be very surprised if women and girls didn't find lots of useful stuff in this too. Um, a second female character is Toph, but while she's also a great character, she has so many male traits that I kind of wonder if the show designers were subtly trying to make her transgender. Um, Katara is quite girly, though, in positive ways. She's realistic, she's quite heroic, she has her struggles like the other characters. I think she's more than good enough to carry the weight to make this worthwhile for women and girls, too. Um, you will probably be embarrassed while watching this because it's designed as a children's show. That's why you should remember to soundproof your closet before you even start the series. Watch the series alone in the dark in shame. Also, I saw this great zombie porn video that's disturbing enough that your girlfriend will understand why you didn't want her to see you watching it, but it's not disturbing enough that she'd break up with you if she found out you were watching it. And that's how most zombie porn I've seen appears to be. It's kind of between the two extremes. So while you're watching Avatar The Last Airbender alone in your dark, soundproof closet, hiding beneath the coats in shame, remember to have a tab in the background left open to a paused zombie porn video. Like, there's a great one where there's a guy with a crossbow who's supposed to represent Dale from The Walking Dead, and he's hunting zombies, and he finds two women in a bus with their guts hanging out, and they're also topless. And most zombies want to eat you because their brain is gone except for their basic animal hungers. But these two zombies both still have their basic animal instincts to want to fuck, though. You know, so as you watch Avatar The Last Airbender, have that zombie porn tab opened up in the background. That way, if your girlfriend opens the closet and catches you, you can immediately switch to that zombie porn video so that she doesn't see what you're really watching. Bye.